My beloved child, pause here, right here, in this trembling moment where eternity brushes against your present. Something has shifted in the unseen realms. While you move through your ordinary hours, unaware and distracted, heaven itself convened, angels gathered, their wings creating symphonies of light in spaces beyond your vision. Your name was spoken, not whispered, spoken with urgency that made the stars hold their breath. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, not metaphorically, actually beside you, his presence a wall of divine fire that darkness cannot penetrate, his sword forged in the furnaces of heaven's holiest chambers, remains drawn. He came to the throne room trembling with something you need to understand. It was not fear, angels do not fear. It was urgency so profound that even divine beings feel its weight. He said, "Father, this is an emergency. The one you love walks unknowing into something dangerous. We cannot wait another moment. Listen carefully to what I am about to reveal. This message did not find you by accident. You did not stumble upon these words through random chance. Heaven engineered this moment with precision that would astound you if you could see the invisible threads being pulled, the circumstances being arranged, the digital pathways being opened just so your eyes would land here, now, when you need it most, because something is moving in your direction, an event. A convergence of circumstances that carry both danger and divine opportunity woven so tightly together that only heaven can separate them. You have been feeling it, haven't you? That restlessness that wakes you at 3 a.m., that sensation of being watched by eyes you cannot see, dreams that feel less like sleep and more like warnings wrapped in symbol and shadow. Your spirit has been sensing what your mind could not yet articulate. There are forces, invisible but terribly real, that have been circling your life like predators studying prey. They have been patient, they have been plotting, they have been weaving webs of circumstance designed to trap you in confusion, in loss, in heartbreak so profound it would shake your faith to its foundations. But before their plans could crystallize, before the trap could close, divine intervention crashed through their schemes like lightning through darkness. I saw what they were planning. I watched them in their secret councils, heard them speaking your name with malice, observed them crafting scenarios meant to destroy you, and I said no, not this one. This one belongs to me. This one carries my seal, my promise, my purpose, and when I speak, the universe rearranges itself to obey. Michael has been standing guard over your dwelling. You thought those strange delays were frustrations, those cancelled plans were disappointments, those sudden changes were inconveniences. You were wrong. Every delay was divine protection. Every closed door was me positioning you away from disaster. Every unexpected interruption was an angel stepping between you and something meant to harm you. I have been orchestrating your safety with precision you cannot yet comprehend. There is someone close to you. Someone whose face you know, whose voice sounds familiar, whose presence seems safe. But heaven sees what you cannot. Behind their smile lives envy so potent it has poisoned their heart, their laughter masks betrayal. Their friendship is a costume worn over intentions darker than you imagine. Michael has seen them in the spiritual realm, watched them whispering your name not in prayer, but in schemes, speaking words designed to pull down the light I placed upon you. They do not realize who they are challenging. They do not understand the magnitude of their mistake in targeting someone marked by heaven. Let me show you what I have witnessed. In the hours when sleep claimed you, when your defenses lowered and dreams carried you away, this person sat in darkness speaking curses over your destiny. They called your name into empty rooms, twisted their words into weapons, sent thoughts like poison arrows toward your peace. But every single arrow struck an invisible shield and fell, powerless, to the ground. every curse they uttered reversed its direction and returned to the sender. Every scheme they plotted unraveled before it could take form because you are covered, protected, sealed by divine decree that no human malice can override. The enemy has been watching you because he recognizes what you have not fully accepted about yourself yet. You carry something that threatens his kingdom, a light, a purpose, a destiny so significant that its full manifestation would shift the spiritual atmosphere around you and awaken faith in others who have given up. That is why the attacks have been so persistent. That is why the pressure has felt relentless. Darkness always fights hardest against the light that poses the greatest threat, but here is what darkness forgot. Here is the fatal flaw in every scheme woven against you: light always wins, always. Without exception, darkness can only exist where light chooses not to shine. And you, my beloved, are about to shine with intensity that will scatter every shadow that dared to gather around your path. I have been watching your journey through seasons that nearly broke you. I saw you in that small room, walls closing in, tears falling like rain while you questioned everything. I heard you whisper, "God, where are you? Why does it hurt so much? Why does everyone I love turn away?" My child, I was there. In that very room, in that exact moment, I collected every tear in bottles of remembrance. I counted every sob. I felt every crack forming in your heart, and while you thought I was silent, I was actually orchestrating the most profound rescue operation heaven has ever designed for a single soul. That person who walked away without explanation. I removed them. That job you lost that devastated you. I closed that door. That relationship that shattered into pieces. I ended it, not to hurt you, but to save you from something you could not see coming. Behind each painful ending was a trap being set, a betrayal being prepared, a destruction being planned. And I loved you too much to let you walk into those traps blindfolded, so I intervened, suddenly, dramatically, in ways that felt cruel but were actually compassionate beyond your understanding. Michael says the enemy attempted to move ahead of my timing. He tried to trigger tragedy before you were prepared, before your faith was fortified, before heaven's protection was fully positioned. But he cannot override divine decree. His power, impressive as it seems, is nothing compared to the authority I wield with a single word. So do not be afraid when you hear disturbing news in coming days. Do not panic when certain things suddenly collapse. What looks like loss is actually liberation. What appears as ending is divine editing. I am removing from your life everything that cannot survive the atmosphere I am bringing you into. You are being upgraded. The word feels corporate, too modern for spiritual matters, but it captures the truth precisely. Your capacity is expanding. Your spiritual sensitivity is sharpening. Your authority is increasing. And not everyone can walk with you into this new dimension. Some people will leave not because they want to, but because they cannot breathe in the purer air of where you are headed. Their departure is not rejection, it is protection. Both for you and for them. There was a conversation 3 days ago. You were not in the room, but your name filled it like smoke. Someone you considered neutral, perhaps even friendly, spoke about you with words dipped in poison. They questioned your character. They doubted your intentions. They planted seeds of suspicion in minds that had trusted you. Michael was in that room, invisible but observing. He saw their lips move. He heard every syllable, and he turned to heaven and said, "Father, they are trying to destroy the reputation you built for your child." And I responded, "Let them speak. Their words will become the very evidence that exposes their true nature. What they meant for harm will become the contrast that makes your light shine brighter." I have counted every tear that fell when you thought no one was watching. Every night you cried yourself to exhausted sleep, I was there. Collecting each tear like precious stones. Every whispered prayer you offered in desperation, I heard before you finished speaking. Every time you questioned your worth, your purpose, your very existence. I was already preparing answers that would arrive at precisely the right moment to restore your faith, this moment, right now. As you read these words, answers are being delivered. Michael wants you to understand something crucial. The tragedy that was forming has already been intercepted. The plans laid against you have already been disrupted. What was meant to break you will instead become the testimony that elevates you. Every weapon fashioned against you will fail, not because you are perfect, not because you earned protection, but because I have spoken over you, and when I speak blessing, no curse can override it. When I declare protection, no attack can penetrate it. When I announce elevation, no enemy can prevent it. You will soon witness something that confirms this message is not human wisdom but divine revelation. Within the next few days, an unexpected event will reveal truth you could not see before. Someone's true nature will be exposed through their own actions. A situation will resolve in ways that make no logical sense unless you understand that heaven intervened. You will receive news, a message, a phone call, an encounter that carries the fingerprints of divine orchestration all over it. When it happens, you will know. Peace will flood your spirit, understanding will crystallize, and you will look back on this moment and realize that everything, absolutely everything, was being arranged for your protection and your promotion. Pay attention to the signs, they are already appearing, that repeated number you keep seeing. That is not coincidence. That is heaven's way of saying, I am here. I am moving, I am orchestrating. That song that plays at exactly the moment you needed its message, that is an angel pressing play on the soundtrack of your breakthrough. That sudden thought that interrupts your worry with unexpected peace, that is my spirit whispering truth into your consciousness. That person who reached out after months of silence with exactly the encouragement you needed, that is me using human lips to speak heaven's words. The pressure you have been feeling is not punishment. It is preparation. Before every major elevation comes testing. Before breakthrough comes pressure that feels almost unbearable. But pressure is what transforms coal into diamonds. And you, my beloved, are being transformed into something precious, something rare, something that will shine with brilliance that makes others stop and ask, what happened to you? How did you survive? Where did you find such strength? And you will tell them about this moment, about the message that found you when you needed it most, about heaven's intervention when darkness seemed overwhelming. About the God who never sleeps, never forgets, never abandons those who belong to Him. Your story is being written not just for you, but for every person who will hear it and find hope again. You are not just surviving for yourself, you are being preserved to become a beacon for others walking through their own darkness. Michael stands on your left now. Gabriel has taken position on your right, Raphael guards behind you, and I, your Creator, your Father, your constant companion, stand before you. You are surrounded by protection so powerful that nothing, absolutely nothing, can harm your spirit. Your circumstances may shake. Situations may tremble, people may disappoint, but your core, your soul, your eternal essence remains untouchable, wrapped in divine safety. Listen to what is happening right now in the spiritual realm. There is a courtroom in heaven where your case has been presented. The accuser stood before the throne, pointing fingers, listing failures, reciting mistakes, demanding permission to destroy you. His voice echoed through celestial chambers with accusations designed to strip you of divine favor, but then Michael stood. He raised his voice, a sound like thunder wrapped in righteousness, and he said, "This one is covered by the blood. This one is sealed by promise. This one is chosen for purpose. You have no authority here." And I, seated on the throne of judgment, looked at the accuser and said, "Case dismissed. Not because my child is perfect, not because mistakes were not made, but because mercy triumphs over judgment, because grace erases accusation, because love covers all sins." The gavel fell. The verdict was declared, and the accuser was forced to retreat, defeated, powerless against the protection I have placed over you. I need you to do something now. Place your hand over your heart, feel it beating. That rhythm is not random, it is a drum that echoes the heartbeat of heaven itself. Every beat is a reminder that you are alive for purpose. Every pulse is proof that your story is not finished. Every throb announces that you have assignments yet to complete, destinies yet to walk into, victories yet to claim. Your heart beats in time with mine, and I am not finished with you, not even close. Speak these words aloud. Let your voice become agreement with heaven. Say, "I am protected. I am guided. I am favored. I trust the God who sees what I cannot. I release fear and embrace faith. I let go of control and receive divine direction." As you speak these words, light descends around you like golden rain, cleansing the atmosphere, breaking invisible chains, removing spiritual heaviness you did not even know you were carrying. This is your purification moment. This is your reset. The big tragedy that was planned will dissolve like morning mist when sunlight touches it. It cannot stand against divine authority. What the enemy intended for your destruction will become the very thing that launches you into your next chapter. What was meant to make you quit will instead prove to everyone watching that you serve a God who turns curses into blessings, who transforms mourning into dancing, who rewrites stories with endings no one saw coming. There is a shift occurring in your financial atmosphere. I am about to release resources from unexpected sources. Money you were not expecting, opportunities you did not apply for, favor you did not earn through human effort. It will arrive suddenly, almost shockingly, in ways that defy logic and explanation. When it happens, do not question it. Do not let false humility make you reject it. Receive it as confirmation that heaven is rewriting your story from poverty to provision, from lack to abundance, from barely surviving to thriving. You may hear rumors in coming days, whispers about loss, chaos, betrayal. Let them swirl around you without touching your peace. You walk in a bubble of divine protection now. The blood of promise covers you. Angels have sealed every gate that leads to your destiny. Nothing harmful can enter. Nothing destructive can reach you. You are safe in ways you cannot fully see yet, but you will feel it, a deep assurance that surpasses logical explanation. That is my presence confirming these words are truth. I want to show you something that will strengthen your faith. Remember that moment 2 weeks ago when you felt overwhelming anxiety for no apparent reason. You thought it was just stress. You blamed it on circumstances, but it was actually your spirit sensing danger that your mind could not identify. At that exact moment, an enemy was making final preparations to attack your peace. Plans were being finalized, strategies were being deployed, and you felt it. Your spirit discerned it. That was not weakness. That was spiritual sensitivity awakening. But here is what you did not know. At the same moment your anxiety peaked, Michael received orders to intervene. He moved into position between you and the danger. He drew his sword. He spoke commands into the spiritual realm that scattered the attack before it could reach you, and within hours, your anxiety lifted, the heaviness broke. Peace returned. You thought you just felt better. No, you were protected, defended, rescued by invisible forces fighting battles you never knew were being waged on your behalf. Tomorrow, when you wake, before you check your phone or rush into the day's demands, speak light over yourself. Say, God walks before me today. Michael defends me, nothing will break me. Declare this with conviction, not as hopeful thinking but as established fact. You are speaking creative words that shape reality in the spiritual realm. Every syllable of faith becomes a shield. Every declaration of trust becomes armor. Every word of praise becomes a weapon that scatters darkness. Watch what happens. You will begin noticing divine coincidences, money appearing from unexpected sources, people offering help without being asked, closed opportunities reopening with better terms than before. Impossible situations resolving in your favor. These are not luck, these are not accidents, these are confirmations that heaven is actively working in your circumstances, rearranging events, redirecting paths, positioning people and opportunities and resources in your favor. The enemy will try one final time before he surrenders. Michael warns that darkness makes its loudest noise right before it exits. So if something unusual happens soon, if you face one more challenge that feels overwhelming, do not react in fear. Instead, smile. Yes, smile, and say, God, I trust you even in this. That statement alone will trigger divine reversal. Remember how storms obeyed when divine authority spoke. You carry that same authority. Speak peace into your situation. Speak victory into your life. Speak light into your path. I see your heart. Beloved, I know you want to do good, to love purely, to help others even when they hurt you. That compassionate nature is precisely why I chose you. You mirror my heart in ways that make heaven smile. The world desperately needs your light, and I will not allow it to be dimmed by temporary darkness. You will be the reason many find hope again. Your testimony will awaken faith in people who had given up. You may think you are just surviving, but I am shaping you into a vessel of miracles. The miracle is not just coming to you. It is coming through you. Your words will heal people you have not met yet. Your energy will lift hearts bowed down by despair. Even your silence will comfort those drowning in noise. Your spirit radiates a frequency that changes atmospheres. The enemy knows this, which is why he tried to bring tragedy, but he forgot a fundamental truth. Light always defeats darkness, always. Before you sleep tonight, do this simple but powerful act. Place your hand over your heart again and say, God, I give you my fear. Then breathe deeply. Imagine golden light flowing through your entire being, filling every cell, illuminating every shadow, warming every cold place in your soul. That is my spirit entering you, activating divine alignment, making it easier for angels to work miracles in your circumstances. Every time you do this practice, you strengthen the connection between heaven and earth in your life. Let me tell you about a meeting that occurred in heaven last week. The Council of Divine Purpose gathered to review your timeline. Angels presented reports about your progress, your struggles, your moments of doubt, and your surprising resilience. Michael stood and gave testimony about the battles he has fought on your behalf. Gabriel spoke about the messages he has been assigned to deliver to you. Raphael reported on the healing work being done in your emotional wounds, and then I spoke. I said, this one is ready. The season of testing has accomplished its purpose. Now it is time for manifestation. Release the blessings that have been held in reserve, open the doors that have remained locked, activate the connections that will change everything, and it was done. In that moment, heaven shifted gears on your behalf. What was delayed began moving. What was blocked began opening. What was withheld began releasing. You could not see it or feel it immediately, but changes were set in motion that are even now manifesting in your physical reality. You will see evidence of this soon, very soon. The tragedy that was scheduled has been cancelled, the loss that was predicted will not manifest, the betrayal that was planned has been exposed before it could wound you. I have sealed your destiny with blood promise that cannot be broken. Michael stands at the gateway of your future, blocking all harmful energy with his flaming sword. He is saying even now, it is finished. The battle is already won, victory is already yours. Do not let anxiety control your thoughts. I am the author of your story, and I have not written defeat anywhere in your script. Every chapter has been carefully crafted to lead you toward triumph. Some chapters contained struggle, yes, because struggle builds strength. Some pages held pain, true, because pain produces perseverance. But the ending, beloved, the ending is glorious. After this current storm passes, blessings will overflow like rivers breaking through dams. You will look around and see restoration in areas you thought were permanently damaged, relationships mended, finances revived, health renewed, peace returning to your soul like a gentle flood. Your body has been carrying stress it was never meant to hold. Tension has built in your shoulders, your neck, your chest. That is not just physical, it is spiritual. You have been carrying the weight of battles fought in realms you cannot see, but tonight, that changes. As you rest, angels will minister healing to your physical form. You will wake feeling lighter, as if a burden was lifted while you slept, because it will be. The weight of warfare is being removed. The heaviness of attack is being dissolved. You are entering a season of supernatural rest. When morning comes, pray this simple prayer: God, lead me today. I will not fear, for I am surrounded by your angels. As you speak these words, invisible light travels before you, clearing your path of traps you would have walked into. You will notice people treating you with sudden favor. That is the aura of divine protection making itself visible through changed circumstances and altered interactions. You are no longer walking alone through life, you walk under wings of heaven. Michael has been waiting for you to surrender control. When you release your grip on outcomes, when you stop trying to figure everything out, when you finally let go and trust, he moves with freedom and power. He is commander of divine armies. He has never lost a battle and he is fighting for you right now. The tragedy that tried to approach has already been defeated. What you feared would destroy you will instead deliver you into your promised season. What you thought you lost will return multiplied, restored, renewed. There is a name you have been thinking about recently, someone from your past who suddenly appeared in your thoughts for no clear reason. That is not random. That person is about to play a significant role in your next chapter. Either they will reach out to you, or you will cross paths unexpectedly, or you will hear news about them that triggers memory and understanding. Pay attention when this happens. There is a divine reason for the reconnection. Either they carry something you need, or you carry something they need, or both. Trust the timing, trust the process. You will soon hear news that confirms everything I have spoken. It might arrive as a sudden message that makes your heart leap. It might come through a dream so vivid, you wake knowing it was more than imagination. It might appear in a conversation that feels strangely divine, as if heaven is speaking through human lips. When it happens, when confirmation arrives, you will feel a wave of peace so profound that no one watching you will understand its source. That is the sign of my presence. That is proof these words are not empty promises but established realities already manifesting in your timeline. Do not let the world's noise distract you from what heaven is orchestrating. Turn off fear-based thoughts that try to contaminate your peace. Listen instead to my voice within you. It sounds like gentle whisper, like steady assurance, like love that never fails. I am guiding you toward a breakthrough that will redefine your future. Stay calm when chaos rises around you. Trust when logic fails to explain. Walk in faith when vision blurs. I am with you in the fire, and when flames clear, you will shine brighter than ever before. Michael whispers softly now. Tell them they were never alone, never. Every night when you thought nobody cared, angels stood watch over your sleep. Every tear that fell was collected and counted. Every prayer you whispered in exhaustion was answered before you finished speaking. You simply have not seen full manifestation yet, but it races toward you faster than you think, closer than you imagine, more powerful than you dare believe. Do not fear what tomorrow brings. The tragedy that was meant to shatter you has already transformed into triumph in spiritual realms. You will soon feel it unfold in physical reality. Your story is shifting from pain to power, from confusion to clarity, from fear to unshakable faith. Hold my hand tightly. The path ahead glows with possibility. Gates of abundance swing open, and Michael, your eternal protector, will never leave your side. I am God, and I have spoken this over you. Let no fear steal this truth from your heart. You are safe, you are chosen, you are loved beyond measure, and your miracle is already moving toward you in this very moment. Unstoppable, undeniable, inevitable. Rest in this knowing, walk in this confidence, live in this reality. Heaven has decreed it. Angels enforce it, and I, the Almighty, guarantee it. Your emergency has become your elevation. Your crisis has become your coronation, and the best is yet to come.